Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to hashtag Decan Walk 2023. Um, I'm just gonna go through this real quick again. I'm not gonna read the book this time again. I told you it was gonna be late. We actually are in Capricorn Decan 2 as of yesterday. Today is January 2nd, 2024. Um, so what we know about Capricorn so far, let me get my wheel out, is that, if I can get to it, it started January 1st to the 9th. It is the Three of Pentacles is the corresponding card, which is teamwork, initial fulfillment, collaboration, and learning. And then if you go reverse, it's lack of teamwork, disregard of skills. And as we know from the previous Decan, that Capricorn is representative of the devil. And for Decan 2, it's Mars, which we already know that Mars is the Tower card. I don't know how I feel about these energies together, considering I have to keep reminding myself that Capricorn is an earth sign, which I'm an earth sign. I'm a Virgo. And then the one person I know that's a Capricorn to me is the devil. Which I just have a hard time wrapping my mind around the fact that they are also an earth sign. It's weird. But I feel like, okay, so I feel like Taurus is grounded. They're an earth sign as well. They're grounded, but they're much more goal oriented. They can often be like a bull in a china shop, but they also have a softer side. Whereas Virgo is very down to earth, very grounded in reality. What you see is what you get, which is what I am. They can be a team player. They prefer to work alone because nobody else can do it as well as they can. And to me, that's a very Virgoan thing to say. Whereas Capricorn, to me, the energy feels very, they are goal oriented, but they don't care who they step on to get it. They can be a team player as long as they're in charge. That's how I feel about this specific energy and this specific Decan. I didn't quite feel that way in the previous one, but this one, it almost feels like as long as you do what I say and tell you, we'll get along. Like it's very controlling, weird energy. And as I always do, I'm showing you guys my journey of the sacred bee, which the devil is here. That's, Capricorn symbol. And then we have a Three of Disc, which is effort. And I like how they both match. And they also match the tower. They're all red. Very, heated energy. Almost like, you know how I said like Virgo is very green and lush and earthy. Capricorn feels very much earthy, but it's like dead earth, desert, dryness, that kind of thing. Which is interesting and appropriate for this time of year because it's in January, December into January. Which in the northern hemisphere is cold as AF. So I'm actually going to use the New Era Elements Tarot again because I still feel like it's in that specific energy of that specific deck. I did do the spread. I have not. This is Marlena Trace's spread. It looks like this. I printed it off again. Capricorn 2, Mars and Capricorn, Three of Pentacles. There are 3 questions. I have pulled the cards. I have not looked at them. And then I also pulled from, which I didn't even pull out the last 2 Decans, just because they're all going to be, these next few are going to be late just because of work obligations in the hospital and all that. So this is the Earth, Lightness and Being affirmation cards by a call for Tim. I have all of these mini decks. They're all by Rockpool Publishing. They're all like $8-10 on Amazon. But this one's the Earth one, and I did pull a card. I just haven't looked at it. And it's funny because the back of that's red also. So let's see what it says here. says forgiveness and blessings. Wow. I feel like I'm being called out a little. Allow the mystery of nature to entrance you. Guilt has no place in pleasure. Wow. Interesting. So we've pulled 3 cards from the New Era Elements Tarot, which is a US Games deck. It's still in print, I'm pretty sure. The first card is the event. And I actually pulled out the moon card. Interesting, because the moon reveals hidden things, and I've had some hidden things revealed recently. It took years for them to discover that I had congestive heart failure, which is crazy. And I guess it's harder in women. I don't know. But that could very well be what this is talking about. That there's hidden things that's come to light. So the event was the thing that was hidden that came to light, that immediately the hospital knew what it was, versus the years I've spent in the doctor's office trying to figure out what it was. So that was the event. And then it says how I rebuild. And if I didn't show you, these are the backs. They're on the slender side for tarot. The 9 of Pentacles, which is, the key word here is gain. And if you notice there's symbols in this. Okay. So the 9 of Pentacles, and it has the astrological symbols and the planets in this as well, this deck. This is Taurus, I'm pretty sure. No. Venus, maybe? I don't know. How I rebuild is to plant new seeds of it's kind of like changing my story mid-chapter. Like, you know what? This is a throwaway. We can start over, and rewriting the chapter the way I want it is how I see this card. I can rebuild, replant whatever seeds I want. Yeah. And then the resources that help guide me, I drew the 6 of, I can't remember what that is. I knew the other one was Pentacles. Is this the same? Yeah, the 6 of Pentacles. And the key word is knowledge. Having the knowledge to know what seeds I want to plant. That's quite interesting. Interesting. So, yeah, that's my spread. I am going to go to the book and read you the poem, because I didn't read the poem from the last one. Because every one of these Decans in 36 Secrets by T. Susan Chang, which is what I'm talking about when I refer to the book, she has a poem after each one, and I'm going to read that poem to you guys real quick. It's called Scaffolding by Seamus Heaney. Masons, when they start upon a building, are careful to test out the scaffolding. Make sure that planks won't slip at busy points. Secure all ladders, tighten bolted joints. And yet all this comes down when the job's done, showing off walls of sure and solid stone. So if, my dear, there sometimes seem to be old bridges breaking between you and me, never fear, we may let the scaffolds fall, confident that we have built our wall. That's actually quite beautiful for the Capricorn Decan too. And I didn't really go into detail what I see in the 3 of Pentacles, but I always see it as teamwork, and she mentions that in the book. She talks about it being, every time she pulls it, there's something to do with collaboration. And it's funny because she mentioned the 3 of Cups, whereas like a female get together, whereas the 3 of Pentacles, she sees a get together, but maybe a more social mixed group. And that's how I always see those 2 cards as well. I always see the 3 of Cups as a work related thing. Because the 3 of Pentacles, every time I pull the 3 of Pentacles, it's on a day where I have to have help, and I'm extremely busy, because I can't do it all by myself. So I have to have help to get the job done. So I just find that interesting that she mentions that kind of in the book as well, kind of like how I see those two cards. She saw them. But that's what I got for Capricorn Deacon 2. I don't really have a whole lot. I'm just, the next one's going to be probably just as short. I just don't have the capacity right now to go the full length that I've been doing it and go diving deep. So I just don't have it. Plus I've started I'm not a New Year's resolution because I never hold true to those. I am going to try to start writing again this year and actually get something published. So, as soon as this Deacon, mess is over, which will be in March, we're getting close and I will have done this for a full year. As soon as this is over, I'm going to go deep into the writing situation. So there may be a lot less videos coming from me. I just don't know yet. I don't know how January 10th is going to work out. I've got 2 more stints I'm getting put in on January 10th in 8 days. Hopefully all goes well there, and then I can just feel free to start deep diving into the things I need to get done this year. Absolutely need to get done because I put it off for so long. And I think that was part of my takeaway from having a hermit year, because I went from a hermit year 2023 to Wheel of Fortune 2024, and me bucking up against a hermit all year long just kind of opened my eyes to, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing with yourself? And it kind of had a really eye-opener thing for me. So I'm not as dedicated to the Deacons as I was, just because I'm really taking a look at what I need to accomplish this year. So that is mine. I feel like I'm rambling again. I'm sorry. I've been doing that a lot lately, just rambling on and on and on. But that is Capricorn Deacon 2. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, don't hesitate to comment below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification button so you're alerted to any future videos. And y'all have a good night.